In this video, you can watch the awards ceremony of the first Sound of AI Hackathon. At this point, teams have already presented their projects and they are waiting to know whether they can get a prize for their work. Jury has already done its job. They've evaluated all the different projects and now it's time to declare winners for 6 prize categories. So without any further ado, I'll leave you with the session. Have fun. Welcome everyone to the awards ceremony of the first Sound of AI Hackathon. I'm going to share my screen, guys, and we can get started. So I know you've worked really, really hard and you're really curious about like prizes and all of that. But first of all, can you see my screen?
Yes, I do.
Great. Cool. Okay, so before we get into the prizes, I'm gonna just like give a sort of like wrap up like ideas, like and wrap up I don't know, like insights about like what like this event has been and how we lived it also as organizers. And first of all, I just want to start from the beginning. So why we decided to create the Sound of AI Hackathon, this first version, right? And so that was to celebrate 25,000 subscribers on the Sound of AI channel. But that was only the start, really, because we really didn't think it would become something like as big as it has actually begun. Right. And I think like this has been like an amazing opportunity to just like tap into a number of things like that I really, really like about like the Sound of AI community and a lot of like values like that personally I have and we have like as a community. So the thing that I loved the most, well, actually are more than once. I would say like the main thing though probably is the collaboration with people from all over the world. I think like in this, the Sound of AI community is just fantastic. So you saw it, right, guys? We have people from 24 time zones collaborating together on so different time zones. And this for me is probably the most rewarding thing of all, because it allows us to bridge cultural gaps and to get together on things that we love and we're passionate about. And this is probably the one thing that I love the most, really. The other thing that I really liked is the experimentation and some quirkiness of some of the projects that I've seen. And I've been really astonished by the quality of the projects. I couldn't imagine how good like the work that you've done actually was. So it's really, really mind blowing for me. Some of the projects done like in 2 days, really, really good job, guys. So the other thing that I think like has happened right now is a lot of accelerated learning, right? Many of you guys like have sort of like tapped into new skills. Those of you who were like a little bit more on the technical side perhaps have also seen the importance of the ability to communicate well your projects and to market, sell your story, your idea. The other thing for me that has been really, really cool during this hackathon has been the constant sort of like challenge of your limits. And I've seen this like so much in many of like the projects. I've spoken to a lot of people during the hackathon, doing like mentoring sessions, and I could see how they were trying to just like stretch their knowledge and push the envelope. And that was just amazing. And finally, for me, seeing the Sound of AI community coming together around like an event has been like something fantastic. I really, really loved it. And actually the final point is with this event, I think like it's clear to everyone probably that it's possible to have amazing online events, right? And have them like really, really cool. And for me, this is extremely important because this like takes like entry barriers basically to zero. Everyone can join from all over the world. And that's just amazing. So these are a few numbers of the Sound of AI Hackathon. So we had more than 10K, we have more than 10K euros in prizes. We had 432 people who registered. We were shooting for 150 and actually expecting 40, 50 people, but actually we had more than 400 people registering, more than 100 active participants, 33 teams who registered, of which like we had 29 teams who actually like submitted, which an 88% team submission success rate, which is just fantastic, because I've been like to many hackathons and it's rare the case where most of the teams actually like submit something. Generally, I had 18 mentoring sessions in one day. This has been crazy for me because like Saturday has been like super challenging with a lot of 15-minute consulting mentoring session, but it has been amazing because it has allowed me like to get in contact with many of you with your ideas and see how you guys like were working and how passionate you were. We have 6 prize categories, 6 sponsors, 3 amazing jurors, and 2 amazing keynote speakers. So this has been really a success for us organizers, and I hope like you actually enjoyed being on the other side, participating and creating all of the content. So of course, I have to thank a lot of people for the Sound of AI. So first of all, I want to thank the keynotes, CJ Carr from Databuds and Kenvu Choi. They've given 2 really cool presentations yesterday. I want to thank the jury, Tristan, Anna, Stella. They did like an amazing job evaluating a barrage really of team ideas and solutions, and they've done like a wonderful job. I want to thank all the sponsors. We had 6 amazing sponsors from the audio and music tech scene. Utopia, Cyanide, Boomi, ACR Cloud, Splice, Beethoven AI. They've supported us with prizes as well as like which APIs and access to their APIs, which is just like fantastic. And I want to thank also my amazing co-organizers, Fernando, for always being there and helping me out. Without him, this event couldn't have been what it actually has been. Simone for helping us with promotion, and Sudo for helping us moderating and responding to questions in the Sound of AI Slack community. And above all, I want to thank you guys. Thank you for participating and for making this happen. It's been really cool to see like the progress that you guys like also have had throughout like the hackathon. Fantastic. And here I just want to like draw like a quick analogy, right? So I've met all of these people, like the jurors, the keynote speakers, the different sponsors, like throughout like my professional life, really, right, in the AI music space. And it's just amazing that things then like come together. And this hackathon for me has been like a way of like pulling together like a lot of like those strings and relationships and connections that I had. And so all of these paths in a way or another crossed together and just like were sort of like synthesized into this amazing event. So I'm really grateful for that. And as part of that, I think that what is also like advancing is the overall community. The Sound of AI community is growing. That's the way it is. It's getting like more mature through events, through cool things. And if you guys remember, during the opening ceremony, I told you that we worked for 1.5 years on the open source research project, right? This bottom-up research project, which more than 150 people from the community participating, creating a guitar synthesizer using like neural synthesis, really. And so we put together like all of that idea into a paper, and we submitted that paper to a leading conference in generative music. So today, this morning, the reviewers came back and they actually accepted the AIMC, our paper to AIMC 2022, which is like this cool conference. And this is fantastic news. And this is where we're saying like we are growing as a community. So probably this is one of the first instances of full open science projects that made it into an international reputable conference. And this is just like fantastic, guys. And at the same time, the scope of the Sound of AI is also expanding. So now I want to remind you guys about the Sound of AI Academy, and here you're going to get a lot of courses that are very, very detailed about programming, music and audio AI, general ML, and MLOps. And I published already the first course here. It's called Advanced Python Programming. So you may want to check that out, and you have a 50% discount coupon in case you want to buy that. This doesn't mean that I'm not going to post videos on YouTube or tutorials anymore. Absolutely not. But the content that I'm going to post on this platform is going to be a little bit more structured and specific. Cool. Now, let's get to the meat of this meeting, and that's the different prize categories, right? So we have 6 prize categories. The overall hackathon winner, which will be announced at the end of all the other categories. Then we have most innovative solution, most marketable solution, the best presentation prize, most interesting use of AI, and honorable mention. So let's get started. Well, before we get started, so unfortunately not everyone can win a prize, and that's the way it is. So you guys are 29 teams, and we only have 6 prizes. But all of you can claim Boomi Pro and Beethoven Pro, and Fernando is sharing a link to a doc with a procedure to do that. And remember, Boomi and Beethoven are 2 generative music companies. Boomi generates music and allows you to share that on social networks, whereas Beethoven generates music for videos and podcasts. So you should definitely check those out and take advantage of this pro subscriptions. Cool. So now let's actually get on to the actual prizes. So most innovative solution. Okay. So what's the prize for this? Well, the prize for this is approximately 5k euro premium subscription to the Cyanite API that you guys can share internally across all the different team members. And of course, the sponsor, the prize is sponsored by Cyanite. And the winner is, and here we have a virtual drum roll, the winner is Cafe. So Cafe, if you guys remember, is this super cool idea, immersive AI storytelling that allows you to generate background music and soundscapes and attach them to an audiobook, which is super cool. So congrats guys from Cafe. You did an amazing presentation, and the project was super cool. Congrats. Cool. Now let's move on to the next prize. So this is for the most marketable solution, and the winners of this prize will get premium access to the ACR Cloud API. That's an API that allows you to do music recognition and digital content recognition and tracking radio stations, tracking broadcasting and this kind of stuff. So the winners are going to get 100k free requests per month for 1 year per team member. So this is quite cool. So you can do a lot of stuff with this amount of free requests. Okay, so let's roll the drum once again. And the prize for most marketable solution goes to ALM. So ALM is this cool system that allows you to search music using natural language. So congrats guys from ALM. You did an amazing job. Your presentation was also really, really cool. Let's move on now to the best presentation prize. So this is sponsored by Cyanite, and the team that's going to win this prize is going to get this really cool 6 books about music processing, audio processing, deep learning, and programming. Okay, so let's see once again who's the winning team here. And the best presentation award goes to Databots. So Databots and CJ with his infinite drum solo, he made like a killer presentation, so he gets like the best presentation. And here I want to just like to stress that I was not involved in the evaluation whatsoever. So there's no conflict of interest. Of course, you know, guys, that DataButs and CJ was a keynote speaker for the hackathon, but I wasn't involved at all, like in the evaluation. So like the evaluation only looked at the quality of the presentation, and the jury decided based only like on CJ's DataButs entry that he would get the best presentation award. Cool. Congrats, CJ. Amazing presentation. Thank you very much for showing up and for being a keynote speaker as well. Cool. Next, we have most interesting use of AI. So the prize here is a $500 Arduino gift card, and it's sponsored by Boomi. And let's see the winner for the most interesting use of AI. And the award goes to not Final Cut Pro. Guys, your presentation was super cool. And for those of you guys like who don't remember like this particular solution, this was the music video mashup generation. Really cool video, great presentation, really cool tech. You made the most out of like your idea. You should be super proud of yourself. Moving on. So this is the penultimate prize, just before we get to the overall hackathon winner. And this is like the honorable mention prize, right? So here the jury decided who would get like this prize beyond all of the different other categories that we had. And the people or the team who's going to get this honorable mention is going to get premium Splice Sounds subscriptions. So you're going to have access to the amazing sound packs in Splice. So you can be like really, really happy with that. Cool. So let's roll the drums once again. And the award, the honorable mention award, goes to A Squared. So you guys have done some really, really interesting work, and the jury really appreciated the fact that you put care into expanding music tagging beyond non-Western music. So we know all too well that tech in general, but also MIR, generative music, is mainly focused on Western music. So the work like that you guys have done is quite amazing in order to expand the possibilities beyond non-Western music by creating a music tagging system that allows you to tag non-Western music. So congrats, guys. Really, really cool idea and great implementation. And now here we are at the final prize, the most important prize. So the hackathon winner, the overall winner of the hackathon. So the prize for this category is sponsored by Utopia Music. And Utopia Music is giving away 3 NVIDIA RTX 3070 GPUs. So whomever gets this prize is going to be quite happy and is going to have a lot of time having fun with VR, some machine learning, but I guess more games and VR. So let's roll the drum for one last time. And the winner of the first Sound of AI Hackathon is... I guess I can't see the chat right now, but I'm assuming that some of you may have guessed who the winner is. The prize goes to Pacifier. Amazing presentation, amazing idea. And we have the perfect one-liner for you guys. So saving parents with lullabies or lullabies, whatever. So you guys like had like the very perfect idea for a hackathon. Small scope, very sort of like quirky idea, very interesting like use of AI, great presentation. you had like an edge there, which was like really, really cool. So congratulations, guys. You did like an amazing job. I'm super happy that the jury like picked you as the winners of the first Sound of AI. So congrats, guys. That was amazing. Cool. And so with that, we just like finished all of our prizes. So before you go, just like wait. So first of all, it would be great if you guys like could fill up the Hackathon feedback survey. It's going to take you 10 minutes probably to fill up. There are a few like open questions, but please do like fill this one up, because it will help us improve in future iterations. And we really care about your feedback so that we can organize something that's better next time. So, and here you're going to have access. So Fernando, I think, is already like sharing the link to this survey. And here you're going to have a bunch like of different questions. So some of these like are closed questions, some like are open. Please like put a little bit like of effort in this, because it is really, really like worth for us, like the feedback that you guys like give us. And so how do winners claim prizes, right? So what's the procedure? If we were like in a physical setting, we would just like give away prizes. Well, not unfortunately, but we are like in a digital like setting. So we have a procedure also for that. So Fernando will send team leads of winner teams a document to fill up, and he will send this document in direct messaging on the Sound of AI Slack. So be aware, be there if you are like team winners, and if you're the team leads who registered the teams, be on Slack, because after this call, we're going to have, Fernando's going to reach out to you guys. Then you'll have to fill up that. So there we'll need all the necessary information that then I'm going to send to the sponsors, and then they will buy you like the prizes, or like send the prizes out. Okay, so yeah, be active on the Sound of AI Slack if you want to get like the cool prizes that you've just won. Cool. So, and this leaves us like to the final thing. So I've been asked by many people during the hackathon whether like this is a one-off thing, or it is like something that we want to build into something more stable. Now, given the success that we've had, we really think we want to turn this into a sort of like stable kind of hackathon, probably a couple of iterations per year. So a summer iteration and a winter iteration, something like this, every 6 months, because the response from the AI community, from the Sound of AI community, the music tech, audio tech community has been really, really cool, really, really overwhelming. The quality, once again, of the projects that you guys submitted was mesmerizing. And I mean, like I could have easily picked other like 15 winners, like for what matters really. So such was the quality of the projects. So yeah, this is just the beginning. So we're going to build this into something like more stable with iterations and stuff like that. And again, and you'll see that the Sound of AI community also is going to grow over time, have more activities, and build this sense of community that we have had like during these 2 days, 3 days, and building for like a longer time. So I think that's it for this session. So once again, thank you everyone for being here, for participating and making this hackathon an amazing event. I'm really looking forward to seeing you like in future iterations. And that's it for now. So I guess I'll see you next time. So thanks a lot for everything. Bye-bye. And that was the end of the hackathon. I really hope you enjoyed all of this journey. And if you haven't had the chance to participate this time, don't despair. We're gonna have other iterations. So just keep in touch with the Sound of AI here on the YouTube channel, as well as on the Sound of AI Slack community. If you want to join the community, just find the sign up link below in the description box. That's all for today. I hope you had fun. Cheers for now.